Good evening. The Ontario government says the province's economy is doing well and is going to get better, and says that's why it can afford $3 billion to give every taxpayer in the province a $200 check, as we reported to you last night. Al Sweeney is covering this tonight and joins us live from Queen's Park with the details. Al.
Matt, the Ford government released its fall economic statement today. It's a mini budget that outlines the state of the province's finances. And while the government says it can afford that $3 billion giveaway, there are plenty of suggestions of other things the government could be doing with that money. Finance Minister Peter Bethlenfalvy stood in the legislature to present his financial report.
And, Mr. Speaker, the news is good.
The government's deficit is put at $6.6 billion this year, $3 billion less than expected, then $1.5 billion next year, and a surplus after that. Total revenues this year are expected to be $212.6 billion.
Today, Mr. Speaker, we are in a position to do more. We're in a position to build more. And yes, we're in a position to put more money back in the hard-working pockets of Ontario taxpayers.
The financial statement reviewed some recent government decisions, including an extended cut in the gas tax and yesterday's announcement of $200 checks next year for all taxpayers.
We're finally putting money back into people's pocket rather than the government's. Every single person is going to get a $200 rebate check that they can stimulate the economy.
The government says this is the time to hand out money when people need help. The opposition says the money to pay for the $200 checks could be used somewhere else.
This is a shell game, right? But people in Ontario are tired of gimmicks. They want to know, where are the homes? Where are the homes we were promised? Because we can't find any. The only thing that gets built in Ontario are encampments under Doug Ford.
He failed to make the real investments Ontario families need to keep emergency rooms open. He failed to help 2.5 million people without a family doctor. And he failed to provide real long-term relief to the cost of living crisis.
This fall economic statement abandons so many people. Young people leaving the province because they can't afford to buy a home. Full-time workers who can't pay the rent in the communities they work in. People experiencing homelessness at an unprecedented level.
The economic statement refers to the Premier's plan to build a tunnel under the 401, but there's no dollar figure on how much that's going to cost. And it says revenues are down at the LCBO, with beer and wine sales now available in convenience stores, which could be impacted again tomorrow when beer and wine is available in big box grocery stores. The guessing here at Queen's Park is that this is all leading up to an early election sometime next year. The government isn't saying anything about that. Matt?
That's Al Sweeney reporting live from Queen's Park. Thanks very much, Al.